school-wide PBL unit. It will carry out across several days of instruction. Our lesson integrates science, social studies, and reading. We have several fun activities planned for the week. One of them is making craters out of marshmallows, M&Ms, and chocolate chips, and then determine which one made the biggest and which one made the smallest crater. We're also going to make craters out of pudding. But in this particular lesson, we're going to drop different types of objects, and we're going to talk about their different sizes and shapes. On the first morning, there's going to be a school-wide announcement made by the principal about a mysterious crater, and he is going to ask the students to try and determine what caused it and where it came from. Each class is going to have an opportunity to go by and see the crater at the school, and then the teacher's going to start a class discussion by asking students the following questions. Have you ever dropped something that's made an indentation or a hole in the floor or the ground? What did you drop? How big of a hole or indentation did it make? The teacher's going to read the book Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for the class, and then they're going to discuss the characters, the setting, the problem solution, as well as the different objects that fell from the sky in that story. The teacher is also going to tell the students that we're going to talk about things that have fallen from the sky. She's going to show pictures of things that have fallen from the sky, and then they're just going to continue discussing some of the different things that they've seen in those pictures and in the book.
All right, so after the teacher reads Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs with the students, then the teacher will set the expectations for the experiment and explain the experiment to the students. She is going to then show the students several objects that they are going to be dropping for the experiment. Some are light and some are heavy. Then the students will go back to their journals and make entries per object to see if they think that the object will cause a crater or not. After they write it down, they're going to split into their cooperative learning groups and drop each object while taking down data on their data sheet. Once that's finished, they will go with their learning group and get an iPad and do a let's recap, answering 2 or 3 questions about their findings from the experiment.
Hey guys, I'm Tiffany Evans, and I'm going to discuss how we're going to close up the lesson plan. As you know from our previous teachers, the students have completed day 3 of our study on craters. I know you're as excited as I am about what we've learned. First, I'm going to talk to the students about what they've learned over the past 3 days. First, the students had to learn about words to describe motion. I might ask the students to show with their hands and body the motions from our key phrases. For example, I might ask the students to make a zigzag motion with their hands or to use their fingers to show which way is up and which way is down. This is a great way to review directional words and with all of our students. I will then tell the students that tomorrow we're going to do another experiment. We're going to use the words that we learned about movement to describe more craters. Only this time, the craters are going to be food. And this is a great way to extend their learning another day and definitely a way to hook them for tomorrow's lesson. I will tell the students that we're going to use marshmallows, chocolate chips, M&Ms, and more and drop them into some delicious pudding. And I know the first thing they're going to ask me is, can we eat any of it? And of course, I'm going to say yes. We will have extra left over from our experiment to snack on after we're finished. I will remind my students that the important thing is to make sure they use the correct words to describe the motion of the objects. We will finish our lesson by creating a Let's Recall video where I'm going to ask the students to sum up what they've learned. They can complete this as part of their computer station work, or we can assign it as a homework assignment if time does not allow. Thanks, guys.